In today's video, we're going to be checking out Modern Combat Versus, a free-to-play game that I stumbled across on Steam. I wasn't originally planning to play this game, but I jumped into it for a few hours, and then I decided, well, it actually does have some interesting talking points, and I could make a good little summary of my experience when playing. So the first thing you need to know is that this is a PC port of a mobile game. It's also more popular on mobile, and it does advertise itself as being cross-platform. Probably not in the way that you're thinking right now, and we will talk about that in a minute. Oh, and this game was developed and published by Gameloft in 2017. Because it was designed to support mobile devices, this means it does have a low entry when it comes to hardware requirements, so any budget gamer out there, anyone with a limited system, can actually, well, jump into this game and expect about 60 frames a second, and I don't think performance wise anyone's gonna have an issue. What you might experience that might be an issue, however, is the glitches. Within the first, well, I would say maybe 2 minutes of actually playing, I came across my first glitch. This is in the training area where the last enemy doesn't spawn. However, there is a quick fix to this that isn't hard to figure out. You just tab out and tab back in, and then he'll spawn in correctly. I did experience other weird glitches like that, but for the most part, they're not very frequent. What is more frequent, however, is the connection issue that this game has, which sometimes you just randomly cut out in the middle of a game, and it seems to go after and target people just on a whim, really, because, well, it happened to me a few times, it's happened to other people in the lobby, and I'm just thinking, what the hell is going on with the connection? Also, this does cause a lot of rubber banding of players. It's safe to say that the servers are not of the best quality. It's quite strange, really, because you can go a few hours without seeing any problems, and then you have one problem, and then it just snowballs from there. I don't know, this could be maintenance on the servers and they just don't tell you and inform you, because, well, the devs don't seem to be that connected with the community anyway of this game from what I've seen. Especially on PC, I think they care about this game more on mobile. This is most definitely because the mobile version is their cash cow, because of the microtransaction system and the way that actually impacts gameplay. This is pretty much a freemium game if you've got it on mobile, and, well, a pay-to-win game if you've got it on PC. The loot system is designed in a way to give the player an advantage if they've spent money. This is because there is a leveling system implemented in this game, and also an agent upgrade path which allows you to upgrade things like your health, damage, and also abilities. You can grind for this stuff, but right off the bat you're going to be at a disadvantage to the 70 or so players, because one, they've probably invested way more time to get all the upgrades, or two, they've invested money into the game. So I guess in that statement we can also say that the community surrounding the game, as well as the population, is not very big. Now, this is the Steam population. I imagine the mobile version has a few more extra players. However, this brings me on to that advertisement of cross-platform. They really did advertise this wrong. They should have called it something like account link, because this essentially means that you can link up with your Facebook profile and then continue on the same account that you would be playing on your mobile game. This does not mean that you will face against mobile players if you're playing on PC. It is also because of this and the experience of the community that is still playing that your first 10 to 15 games will actually be against bots. Depending how well you do in the first couple of games and how fast you move up the division scoreboard is whether or not the game is going to start placing you against harder players. This is also a backwards incentive for you to buy into the microtransaction system, especially if you're a decent FPS player and you can shoot. The game will definitely hold that against you and put you in with the sweatiest lobbies. I think maybe if you're not scoring a good amount of points, you will just stay indefinitely in bot lobbies. If by somehow you're still interested in this game after all that I've already said, and you still wish to give it a shot, I will give a quick summary of the gameplay right now. So there is two main modes, your bounty mode and, well, an area defense game mode that kind of plays out like a budget dirty bomb, let's say. You unlock new characters that are called agents as you go, and all of them have different abilities and different play styles that you should implement when using them. There are defensive characters and offensive characters, and some that are in between. The main capture point is in the middle of the map, and, well, it becomes a bit of a slugfest in the middle, and that is where the most action happens. If you're playing casual, everyone just collides in the middle, and it is a bit of a disorganized mess if I'm going to be honest, but if you do still keep winning games, then you will be put against organized teams, players that are actually partied up, and this is where the game actually starts getting competitive. And if you're solo queuing, this might be a bit of a headache for you because everyone else on your team is very disorganized. Meanwhile, they'll be locking down the area that needs to be defended, and you will struggle, believe me. Especially because these guys are going to be the ones that are max level. You can tell by how fast they kill you and how little much damage it seems like you're actually doing to them because their health is so buffed. The movement system in the game is again based around the mobile model. Because there's two, you can't jump in this game and you can't crouch. There is a wall run function, but it's kind of a lock-on wall run. There's basically no way that anyone could mess up the wall run. You can actually climb over set objects, and because of the movement system and the lack of freedom when it comes to crouching and jumping, this means every player that you play against looks like a bot, regardless if they're really high level. Another thing that I want to point out is that the time to kill if you're on the same level as another player and you're not a tank getting destroyed by an assault player who's like level 10 and you're level 2, the time to kill in this game is kinda slow. Not necessarily a bad thing because I think it kind of fits the format of this hero shooter area defense style, but I think it was a key note to me. The last note that I want to make is that I actually use the controller when playing this game, and I have to say the way this game deals with its aim assist is proper weird. This game seems to have some kind of lock-on effect, but also isn't very consistent. To sum up my experience, I think this game is rather strange. Now sure, if you're playing on mobile, I guess the game looks good, but the PC experience, I don't know why it still has an average of 70 odd players playing it. Even if you do have a seriously low budget gaming PC, or a complete potato PC, there are still better options out there. I've never really understood the whole mobile ported over to PC, to be honest, and the overall experience could just be explained as one word: discombobulating. Anyway, that's going to do it for the video. If you enjoyed today's video, then smash that like button, get subscribed to the channel, hit the notification bell so you can be notified to when I do other, well, review style content. I do have a few reviews in the works right now, so it is the perfect time to join the Tech Evolve community. Anyway, with that said, I have been Tech, and I will see you in the next video.